What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about some rumors. And I guess I had to say that because without me having the actual audio between the conversation between these people, that's, I guess, what we have to classify it as. But I am petty, and I do still, when I hear stuff from reliable people, I like to talk about it. So why did executives leave exactly from Stellantis? Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, other brands? Well, it wouldn't happen to be because of the potential Chinese deals that got exposed, was it?
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest time.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, got it.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Now, we've talked about why Tim Kuniskis might have left before. We've talked about why, Jim Morrison might have left. Other people might have left before. And most of it came down to, Carlos Tavares basically just being an asshole, right? Not communicating with his executives, giving them no lee room to actually make any changes in the company that would be beneficial. But I'm gonna get on my butter the insider here. What if I told you that Tim Kuniskis and others may have left because they didn't want to sell rebranded Chinese vehicles under their legacy? Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're going to say. Like, where do you get this from? I get this from people that have direct knowledge and were on calls between executives and the leadership group and board of directors at Stellantis. Evidently, Stellantis had an idea of working with BYD and doing something with GAC here in the United States, not just in Mexico as we see now, right? Well, come to find out, Tim Kuniskis, big horsepower guy, really kind of led the Hellcat era of Dodge, and no one understand why we never got a Hellcat Chrysler 300. I think that thing would have sold like hotcakes. I mean, they swap them and make them anyway, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? I just find it exceptionally interesting that Tim Kuniskis pushed so hard, and he even got on board with doing the EV thing by making the EV cars not just an EV, but a muscle car, right? We're going to make this a muscle car. To then all of a sudden just going, nah, I think I'm going to retire. And I think that had to deal with Tim having to put his name on Chinese-made vehicles that they literally just slap a Dodge badge on, like what's going on with Mexico and Dodge right now. I'm sorry, I'm a big boy, I gotta eat. But I found that exceptionally interesting when that information was presented to me. Now, I have to say it's a rumor, but I really think about it. I think about guys that spent so much time of their personal, credibility, things that they personally built up, like Jim Morrison at Jeep and Tim Kuniskis at Dodge, right? And Ram, for that matter. I mean, we wouldn't have a TRX if there's no Tim Kuniskis. I'm just saying, okay? So you see all of this happen, and then some of the first information is coming out that, we already knew about the GAC deal with Dodge, but we just didn't know if it was going to be like a technology sharing agreement or if they were going to actually build cars for Dodge. Well, come to find out, they're going to build cars for Dodge and put Dodge's logo on it, but they're still a GAC car. I think that's where there's credibility to this, that these American executives resigned, quit, And here's the thing, not even just CEOs of these brands, right? We even had like head of dealers say, like other people that were like, whoa, I don't want to be anywhere tied into any of this Chinese crap that you're about to try to sell here. You're not going to put my name and my credibility on these Chinese vehicles that you're just going to slap 2 red stripes on and call it a Dodge. But I leave the question to you. Do you think that there's some smoke to this fire that was, or some fire to this smoke that was presented to me via the email? Now, I have to be honest, this is the same person that works at Stellantis itself. They are not in the United States, that provided me this information, and they've also provided me valid information in the past when it comes to layoffs, parts, was able to confirm some of the stuff about BYD going to different facilities, but didn't say BYD was buying and couldn't get into it. So that's how, like, when a source like this is credible, you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't tell me everything, but when I see stuff like this, or is Stellantis trying to plant this information, hoping that I would do a video about it, because maybe Tim Kuniskis is about to go do something at Ford, or maybe Tim Kuniskis is about to do something with GM. Something to think about. That's why I leave it up to you. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.